Furax Incarnon on level cap. What I achieved on the simulacrum, was it doable on level cap? Yes. Yeah, that was really freaking good. I was even able to one tap a demolisher. Oh, that was so satisfying. I didn't build this thing for combo, but I ended up getting like 11x. Then I like Blade Storm, Prime, one punch, and that was it. That was really satisfying. This thing held up pretty well, I'm gonna call it. Melee Afflictions is really good. You just uh, need to really pay attention and learn the details. I took it the first time on the Vault. I got to level cap. I got the kills with the Furax Wraith, but I'm like, dude, Vault has its, I'm not gonna call problems, but it is a little bit more of a delicate frame to survive. It's not like a Revenant, like an invisible frame, but yeah. So I just felt like my creation isn't really performing at its best. I'm like, I am not satisfied with this. This is not not the full potential. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm just going again. The more reasonable stuff I could think of, I'm just going again. That's what I did. So yeah, my Riven, it's pretty good. But yeah, other than that, there's no, you don't really need a setup too much. You'll just get the procs eventually. And another thing that I noticed that is actually pretty important if you guys are gonna try something like this, just like opening up an enemy for a finisher, if you ever tried that, you notice that thing is very buggy. If the enemy isn't available, I'm gonna call for to be open for a finisher, or let's say if there is another proc on the way that I'm gonna call opening enemies up for a finisher a status. If that status can't overwrite other status, that won't happen. Status such as the panic from heat, cold procs, freeze from the cold procs. There's also some knockdowns which you can't also override. And the same thing happens to afflictions. Sometimes when enemies are panicking, you won't be able to activate the afflictions. When enemies are down, most of the attacks won't activate afflictions, but Ragdoll, if I'm not wrong. Also, freezing is another one. And by killing enemies during the Vault run, I realized, I got suspicious about it, but I confirmed with the Ash level cap that Magus Lockdown is another one. Magus Lockdown just pretty much prevents, or it seemed to prevent, that affliction actually triggers. At least that's what I felt. Might be some kind of bro science or stuff. I haven't even gone to the simulacrum to test it, but that's the stuff. It wasn't. The best thing I could do as an Ash was to use 4 Blade Storm and then just start activating afflictions. That was the best thing I could do. And it worked super, super well. I'm like, dude, this is amazing. Just a few hits and it's dead, just like the simulacrum. It held up pretty freaking well. It's not just something you can do in the simulacrum. It carries to the normal game, the rest of the game, and you can just use it. That's how it goes. So that's that. I'm like, yeah, that's enough. Now I'm satisfied. That is pretty good to see what I've been testing for a good amount of time to really work. And yeah, pretty happy with the results. Now that You know, that's possible. If you watched the video, you saw the combos, the recommendations. You can pick any of the weapons or the categories that you like there. Just apply it, go to level cap. And yeah, that's it. Leave it a like, subscribe, and peace.
Till next time.